My friends, I want you to pause for a moment and really listen, because what I'm about to explain could directly affect the money you're counting on this month. For many people, February is not just another page on the calendar. It is the month when a payment arrives that keeps the lights on, fills the refrigerator, covers prescriptions, and protects a little bit of peace of mind. And this time, that payment may look different than you expected. For some of you, it could even mean more than $2,000 showing up in your account at the very start of the month. That may sound surprising, maybe even hard to believe, but there are very real reasons why this is happening. Every year, the Social Security Administration reviews benefit amounts and applies what's called a cost of living adjustment. This adjustment is meant to help benefits keep pace with rising prices for groceries, housing, gas, and healthcare. It is not a bonus or a gift. It is a correction, a recognition that your dollars do not stretch as far as they used to. When that adjustment is applied, your benefit is recalculated using your earnings history and the current formulas. That means some people see small increases, others see moderate ones, and for certain households, especially those receiving more than one type of benefit, the difference can feel significant. What makes February especially important is timing. Social Security does not pay everyone on the same day. Instead, payments are staggered throughout the month depending on your date of birth or the type of benefit you receive. This system has been in place for years, yet it still confuses many people. If you do not know exactly when your money is scheduled to arrive, it can create stress and uncertainty. Understanding that schedule gives you control and helps you plan your bills and expenses with confidence. For retirement and disability beneficiaries, payments are generally tied to birth dates. Those born early in the month are paid earlier. Those born in the middle receive their money in the middle of the month, and those born later are paid later. But supplemental security income, often called SSI, works differently. SSI is designed for people with very limited income and resources, and those payments are usually issued at the very beginning of the month. When the first day of the month falls on a weekend or holiday, the payment is often sent on the nearest business day. Because of how the calendar lines up this time, some recipients will see their money arrive right around the start of February. Now, here is where things get interesting. The federal SSI amount by itself is not typically above $2,000 for an individual. It is much lower than that. But many people are not receiving only one benefit. Some individuals qualify for both SSI and Social Security retirement or disability benefits at the same time. This is known as receiving concurrent benefits. If your Social Security payment is relatively small because you had lower lifetime earnings or fewer working years, SSI can step in to supplement that amount so that your total income reaches a basic level of support. When you combine those benefits together, the total can grow quickly. Imagine someone receiving a modest retirement benefit and then adding an SSI supplement on top. In certain states, there are also extra state payments that increase the total even further. When everything is added together, it is entirely possible for the combined amount to reach or exceed $2,000. That is why some people are seeing figures that look much larger than what they expect from a single program alone. Retirement benefits themselves can vary widely. There is an average amount, but an average does not tell your personal story. Some people earned lower wages and received less. Others worked for decades at higher salaries and chose to delay claiming benefits until later in life. Waiting longer to claim can significantly increase your monthly payment. In fact, those who waited until the latest claiming age and consistently earned strong wages may receive several $1,000s per month. For them, a payment above $2,000 is not unusual at all. It is simply the result of years of work and smart timing. Disability benefits follow similar principles. Your SSDI payment is based on your past earnings before you became disabled. If you worked steadily and paid into the system for many years, your benefit may be higher than you think. And if you have dependents, such as a spouse or children, who qualify for benefits on your record, your household may receive additional amounts. When those family benefits are added together, the total can easily exceed $2,000 each month. For many families, that combined income is what keeps everything afloat. There is something very important to remember, though. When payments are moved earlier because of weekends or holidays, you are not receiving extra money. You are simply receiving your next month's payment a little sooner. It can feel like a bonus at first, but it is not. If you spend it quickly thinking another payment will arrive soon after, you could find yourself short later. Careful budgeting is essential, especially when your income is fixed. Think of it as stretching one payment across the entire month, even if it shows up a few days early. Some people worry that increases might be taken away or that benefits could suddenly be reduced. In most cases, that fear is unnecessary. For the vast majority of recipients, benefits are stable and secure. Reductions usually happen only under specific circumstances. For example, SSI may change if your income or resources increase beyond the limits. Retirement benefits may be temporarily reduced if you are below full retirement age and earning more than the allowed amount from work. Certain debts or special pension rules can also affect payments, but these situations are not the norm for most people. If you ever notice a change you do not understand, the best step is to contact Social Security directly. Do not rely on rumors or social media posts. Speak with a representative, review your records, and ask for a clear explanation. Mistakes can happen, and if there has been an error, it can usually be corrected. You have the right to understand your benefits and to challenge decisions that seem wrong. There are also ways to make sure you are receiving everything you qualify for. Married couples should look into spousal benefits, which can provide up to half of a higher earning spouse's benefit. Widows and widowers may qualify for survivor benefits that sometimes exceed what they receive on their own record. People on SSI should understand what counts as a resource and what does not, because certain assets like your home or one vehicle typically do not count against you. Knowing these rules can prevent unnecessary worry and help you make better financial decisions. Beyond Social Security itself, there may be additional programs that can stretch your budget further. Many states offer help with property taxes, heating and cooling costs, food assistance, or prescription drugs. These programs often use your Social Security income to determine eligibility. That means your benefits might actually open the door to extra support you did not know existed. Taking the time to ask local agencies about available help can make a real difference each month. Veterans should also know that many veterans' benefits do not reduce Social Security. Disability compensation from the Department of Veterans Affairs is generally separate and does not count against retirement or disability benefits. Understanding how these programs interact can ensure you are not leaving money on the table or declining assistance you rightfully deserve. As February approaches, take a few practical steps. Check your online Social Security account if you have one. Confirm your payment amount and date. Make sure your direct deposit information is correct so there are no delays. Keep copies of letters and notices that explain your benefits. These documents are your proof and can save you time and frustration if questions ever arise. Living on a fixed income is not easy. Prices keep rising while every dollar has to work harder than ever. It is normal to feel anxious about whether your payment will be enough, but knowledge gives you strength. When you understand how your benefits are calculated, when they arrive, and what options are available to you, you gain a sense of control. You can plan, you can budget, you can speak up if something is not right. So keep an eye on your account. Watch for that early February payment if you are scheduled to receive it. If your total is above $2,000, now you know why. It may be the result of combined benefits, adjustments, or family payments. And if the amount is different than expected, do not panic. Reach out, ask questions, and make sure you are receiving every penny you have earned. You spent years working, contributing, and building the foundation for these benefits. They are not charity. They are part of a system you paid into and qualified for. Treat them with care, plan wisely, and never hesitate to stand up for what you are owed. The more informed you are, the more confident you will feel as each new month begins.